Hello, and welcome to St. Leonard's Community Services Annual Soup Challenge. We look a little different this year, but we're excited to get together, make some delicious soup, and build awareness of youth homelessness in our community. My name is Brad Stark, and I'm the Executive Director of St. Leonard's Community Services. Before we move on to the main event, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our generous sponsors, with special recognition to our bronze level sponsors, ARK Electrical, Bialas Printing, and our Community Kitchen, our silver level sponsors, King's Wood Products, Millard Chartered Professional Accountants, and Crescent Mortgage Corporation, our gold level sponsor, Dov Capital Corporation, and our platinum sponsor, Scotiabank. The work that our youth housing staff do is paramount to the well-being of homeless youth in our community. I would like to invite Brenna Fawcett from our Youth Housing Program and Youth Resource Center to tell you a bit more about the importance of the youth programs and how your dollars will make a difference.
Hello everyone, thank you for supporting homeless youth in the community of Brant. We are very proud to serve youth in this community and help support those who need it. Essentially, we do provide emergency housing for youth between 15 and 19. Some youth are homeless or at risk of becoming homeless that we serve. We provide basic shelter, food, warm bed, support, connection with services that St. Leonard's offers, such as mental health, addictions, employment. These are some quotes of previous Youth Resource Center clients. This place showed me how to better myself. The workers really do try here and they see it differently from our eyes. Thanks for helping me. Even when I don't live here anymore, I stop by to say hi and you help me. I needed somewhere to live where I can be independent but have support to fall back on, which is why I returned to the Youth Resource Center. I need help with anger, grief, trauma, and to learn more about my culture. It's a journey, and the Youth Resource Center is where I need to be right now. These are just some of the youth that directly benefit from your support.
Without further ado, let's get cooking. Join me and our staff member Samantha together in the kitchen as we make some delicious soup with you at home. Here we are again at our kitchen Brantford, and today we're going to cook for you a soup called Nacho Problem Taco Soup. Is it taco soup?
It's taco soup.
It's taco soup. With me today I have Samantha. So we're going to get started, but first thing, we are in the middle of a pandemic, so you should wash your hands.
Check.
We've already done that. Okay, so we're going to get started by making this soup.
And today, instead of using beef, we are going to use chicken. And we're gonna add a little fun in. Let's get started, shall we? So for today, you will need 2 tablespoons of olive or canola oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 large white onion, finely chopped, a large jalapeno pepper, 4 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper, a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of dried oregano, a half teaspoon of ground cumin, a half teaspoon of ground coriander, a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, or a teaspoon of cayenne pepper hot sauce would also work, 2 tablespoons of flour, 3 cups of chicken broth, 1 15-ounce can fire roasted diced tomatoes, drained, 1 15-ounce can of black beans, drained, 1 can of corn, a cup of heavy cream, a cup of shredded Monterey cheese, a cup of shredded yellow cheddar cheese, a rotisserie chicken, skin removed, meat pulled or chopped, corn tortilla chips, sliced pickled jalapeno peppers, sour cream, fresh cilantro, and an avocado.
we're going to turn on our burner here to medium high.
And we are going to start by adding 2 tablespoons of oil. We are using canola, but you could certainly use olive oil.
We're also going to add 2 tablespoons of butter.
And then from here, we're gonna add onions. Jalapenos. And garlic. The last thing you wanna add is a little bit of salt. And salt, of course, helps cook down the onions and jalapenos because it draws out all the liquid.
We're also going to add 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano,
A little bit of pepper.
half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of ground coriander, and for just a little bit of heat, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper.
Now, Brad, they say that the vegetables should sweat. Do you know what that means exactly?
It's what I'm doing right now, sweating. It means that the liquid comes out of them, so they still remain the same color and they don't go brown.
So it's basically like putting them in a sauna and just leaving them to do their thing.
Sure. So this soup was actually the entry of our Youth Resource Center a couple years ago at the Soup Challenge. We've tried it before, it's very tasty.
Strongly recommend.
When I'm cooking, I like to wear an apron to keep my clothes clean. This one was made by my son a few years ago, and I brought Sam a hat.
And he's purposely giving this to me while we are filming, so I can't say no. Clever.
Next, we're gonna sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of flour.
Basically making a roux.
Fancy cooking words. And we're gonna stir that in.
Next, you want to add 3 cups of chicken broth. Now, Brad, what do you think? Will any broth do?
Well, we are using chicken, so I would recommend chicken broth or maybe vegetable.
Touché.
Chicken and beef might not work.
What about a bone broth?
Sure. Chicken bone.
So just as Brad is doing, you want to stir in that broth and let it sit and simmer for about 3 minutes.
So of course this is not the format we would have chosen for our soup challenge this year, but this is the situation we're in. Last year we had our event live at the Brandon Community Center and had over 600 people in attendance. Over 12 restaurants serving delicious soups, and it was our biggest fundraiser yet. And next year, hopefully in February, we can get back to that point. Again, a large venue, as many people as we can have, 12 to 15 amazing restaurants, and all the soup you can eat.
I'm in. So next, we will add in the tomatoes, the corn, and the black beans.
Beans, a magical fruit.
How does that end?
I don't remember.
All right, we're gonna wanna stir that up and let it thicken for a few more minutes. So at this point, you wanna reduce the heat to about medium-low and add in a cup of heavy cream.
And again, you want to stir this in.
And just let it heat for another minute. And then, of course, my favorite part, add the cheese.
And what kind of cheese is that?
Monterey Jack and cheddar. And stir to combine. Last but not least, you want to add your chicken. We got a rotisserie chicken, which we broke down. Reduce the heat to low.
You took the bones out, right?
Oh, I thought you did. They do know that we're not experts, right? You ready yet? How about now?
Almost. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
How about now?
Are we there yet?
How about now?
Are we there yet? We're there.
Perfect.
So once the chicken is warmed up, your soup is done. So we're gonna spoon this out into a couple bowls.
And there's a variety of toppings that you can use. Today, we are going with Tostito chips, a little bit of sour cream, some avocado,
Avocados from Mexico.
get off the spoon,
Some pickled jalapeno peppers.
and to garnish, a little bit of cilantro. Thank you. Hey, that's nacho soup.
I knew
Cheers.
that was coming.
Mmm.
We hope you've enjoyed our cooking class and the soup that you've created at home. It is our hope next year that we can be together in person once again to enjoy some delicious soup and raise money for youth homelessness in our community. On behalf of everyone at St. Leonard's Community Services, thank you for attending this evening and for making youth homelessness in our community a priority. Until next time, goodbye and stay safe.